guys, I hope you're all well. So today I'm doing this makeup look for you. It's kind of like a really summery look, which I really liked. I thought it would be quite, it's like sizzling. Like I've got a really good highlight, a nice red lip. The eyes are really like light but also kind of sultry at the same time. So I think it's kind of like a sexy daytime summer look. I really like it. And I've also added freckles. I don't know if I want to talk about the freckles right now. I don't know if they went to plan, but it might look okay on camera. But yeah, you'll find out all in the video. So if you'd like to see how I achieve this look, then please do keep watching. So for primer, I'm going to be using the Delilah Underwear Future Resistant Skin Primer, whatever that means, but I like it. So I'm just popping this all over my skin. This makes my skin feel really soft and just really smooth, ready for foundation. For foundation, I'm using the Milani Conceal and Perfect in the shade Warm Beige 05. This is a 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. However, I just use it as a foundation. I don't feel like, I like brightening up the under eye. This foundation is like my tan skin colour, so yeah, I like to brighten. So, but it's quite full coverage. So it's quite a thick foundation. If you can see, it just plonks on my face like this. So I've used 3 pumps, which may be a bit excessive, but I am a little bit over the top sometimes, I suppose. So I'm just popping this all over the face, and then I'll use my beauty blender to shear it out a little bit and blend it into the skin. I think when the weather's hot especially, using a beauty blender makes the foundation kind of settle on your skin nicer than just a brush, because you're really pressing it into the skin and it just seems to last longer, in my opinion anyway. Because you're taking off a bit of that excess that would just kind of melt away. Obviously if you build it up a bit more it won't do that so much, but yeah. Oh, guess what concealer I'm using? I'm very unpredictable. It's the Maybelline Eraser Eye in the shade Light for a change, and I'm just brightening up all this under eye area by applying like these upside down triangle shapes, which we all know about. A bit on the chin, Cupid's bow, forehead, and then a bit down the bridge of the nose. This balances out the highlight. Instead of just looking like you've just got really light under eyes, it balances it all out, and it sort of makes your foundation not look so flat, in my opinion. So again, using my beauty blender, I'm just blending that into the skin, press it in, and I like to pull it back to my hairline, so all this area is really light. For highlighter, I'm using the Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator from Laura Geller in the shade Gilded Honey, and this is this gorgeous golden shade. Perfect for summer and perfect if you have a bit of a tan, although mine is fake. Be safe in the sun, kids. So I'm just popping it on the top. Oh, that is beautiful. So golden and glowy. What's new? Anyway, I'm popping it on the top of the cheekbone and running it around the side of my brow. And I'm going to go in quite heavy with this because I want this to be a really summer, sassy, bombshell, saucy look. I've actually tried this on, I think, when I was slightly fairer, and it didn't look as nice as this. This looks so nice right now. Let's pop a little bit on the shoulders. I'm going to the gym after this, so I'm going to look so extra and ridiculous. So putting it on my shoulder will just look nice if it catches the sun, because it will just like, you see that? Look at the difference. And then also just on the collarbone. This looks really pretty in the summer. Not forgetting the Cupid's bow and the bridge of the nose and the tip top. Today I pulled out a palette I haven't used in forever, and it's the Anastasia Contour Kit. And I'm going to go in with like the yellowy shade and the white shade to set my under eye concealer. So what I'm doing is just patting this underneath the eye just to set that concealer, making sure it doesn't go anywhere, and also As I always say, I like to put it under the eye just so my mascara doesn't imprint under there. I'm just going to pop a little bit on my chin too, and a tiny bit on the centre of the forehead, because sometimes I can get a bit shiny there when it's hot. To bronze and contour, I'm going to go back into the Anastasia contour kit, and I'm going to be using the warmer shade bronzer and then the cooler shade to contour my cheekbones a tad. And I'm just popping it on my cheekbone and then blending up kind of up there a little bit, the side of the temple. And with the warm colour, popping it around the hairline. I bought a hairband the other day so I didn't get makeup in my hair. I should have put that on because it's really annoying, because I end up with like bronzer at the top of my hair. Because I've got light hair, it's kind of annoying. And now with the contour shade, which is the centre shade in the palette, I'm just going to pop it at the back of the cheekbone, just to shadow it slightly. For blush, I'm using this one called Ruby Blush. It hasn't got a name, like a colour name, but it's like this really nice peach. I think I got it from like maybe a glossy box or something. I have no idea, but it's a matte kind of orangey shade. So I'm just popping this on the apples of the cheeks and running back. I don't know why I'm pinching my face. For brows, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Taupe, my favourite brow product ever. This just shows how blonde my eyebrows are at the moment. Look what the pomade has done without. Like, it's crazy. So fair. And then through the brows to add some texture and some fluffiness, as I always like to add, I'm going to be using the YSL Couture Brow. So I'm just going to push all the brow hairs upwards for that nice full fluffy effect. Really I love it. I just love full brows. I just wish my brows were really, really fluffy on their own. But they're not, so these products help with that. It looks so much more full. Okay, now I'm going to do something that I done once, absolutely ages ago, but I haven't done for a long time. A bit nervous about it. I'm going to put some fake freckles on my face. So I'm going to be using the Dip Brow that we use for our eyebrows, because I think cream products are quite good for this, I think. And I'm just going to sporadically pop on some freckles. It's literally all over my nose. It's getting better now, like I've got less on the brush. I'm just going to bring them onto my face a little bit. And then I'm going to make my mole a little darker. And then I've got a mole right in my eye, so I'm going to put it on there too. Now these freckles, to be honest, look a tiny bit dark on my face. So what I'm going to do, first of all, is get my beauty blender. I'm not going to put anything else on it, and just go over them. And then I'm going to get my powder, the yellow banana shade, just go over them slightly. And then one more thing, I'm going to get my bronzer and pop it on the bridge of my nose, and just a tiny bit where the freckles are, because obviously you get freckles in the sun. So I've done one eye off camera, and I kind of think the freckles don't look too dark now. It looks a bit better now I've got eye makeup on. But I still would probably recommend using maybe a warmer toned pomade. But anyway, for the eyes, I'm going to go in with the Balm Nude Beach palette. It's this beautiful palette. I've been using it quite a lot the past few days. And first of all, I'm going to go in with the shade Bright, which is kind of like a pinky shade. So I'm going to put this in the crease and the upper crease area. This is a nice matte, like dusky, oh, I was getting confused, dusky pink. And I'm just running that backwards and forwards. And I haven't got an eye primer on. I've just literally got like whatever I put on my base really, like my foundation and concealer. So running backwards and forwards and in circular motions. And I'm also going to run this on the lower lash line. I want to get quite low because I want this to be nice and sultry. And I bring it quite close to the brow with this look, like there. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Bold, which is kind of like a nice milk chocolate shade. And I'm going to go in with the same brush and run that through the crease as well. And a bit into the pinky shade, but not going as high, just like a millimetre lower. Add a tiny bit more bright. Run this Bold on the lower lash line as well. I'm now going to go on to the base of the lid and come back to the crease in a moment. And for the base, I'm going to be using two shades. I'm going to be using the shade Babe, which is a really light, sort of like shimmery, gorgeous colour. And also the shade Built, which is my favourite colour in the palette. It's a gorgeous, true gold shade. On the first part of the eye, I'm using the shade Babe. And I'm going up into the crease to try and carve it out a little more. So I just kind of go a little bit higher than the crease when I do that. Just to carve it out a bit. The brush to do this is a MAC 242, it's just the best. And then on the inner corner and the outer corner of the eye, I'm going to use the shade Built, which is that gorgeous gold, my favourite shade. There's not much difference in the shades, but I know, and I kind of can see it on the eye. It adds a really subtle bit of definition, really. Dimension, I should say. And then on the inner corner as well, this nice golden shade, look at that. So summery. I'm going to go in with that gorgeous orangey, burnt orange shade called Bodacious. And I'm going to run that. Whoa, that lighting went really weird then. Go back to normal, there we go. And I'm going to run this through the crease and also the lower lash line. And I'm putting it in the crease. And I'm also bringing it right to this inner corner. Now I'm going in with the darkest matte shade in the palette, which is called Brazen. And I'm going in with this petite crease brush from Zoeva. I'm just popping it in virtually the same area as we popped the orange, but we don't want any of the orange to disappear. So I'm really lightly going over that. And then really lightly tickling it as we go to the inner corner, because I don't want that area to be dark. I want it to stay quite warm. On the lower lash line, but only like halfway this time. In the waterline, I'm going to be using this Kiko double colour eyeliner, but I'm just going to use the dark shade today. It's like a deep brown. And then for mascara, I'm using Too Faced Better Than Sex. Because we want this to be a nice summer saucy look, I'm going to go in with this little Mini Divas Kiko lipstick in the shade 02. It's from their new collection. A lot of you complimented me wearing this on my Instagram lately. No lip liner, that is risky. And to finish off the look, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Chill Setting Spray. This is great just to keep your makeup in place all day, and especially when it's hot. So yeah. So that's the final look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I really love the eye look. It's kind of a really subtle cut crease, but perfect for summer because it's not too heavy. I'm not that happy with how the freckles turned out, in all honesty. I think a nice warm toned pomade would have looked nicer, but this one was a little too dark for my skin. But you know, you can try it with another product. You can learn from my mistakes. So yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and leave me some comments below, and I will speak to you soon. Thank you for watching.